To get started, we're going to create a new analysis, entering in a unique name for this analysis. Once entered, we will not be able to change this name. The only other required field from this dialog box is the lease term. We want to make sure that this analysis is active, so we go ahead and put a check mark in the box, ensuring that it will appear on the side-by-side summary and in our presentations. Entering in the rentable square footage for this analysis. We also can, if desired, change the start date or the lease term. The rest of the fields are optional. I'm going to choose to put in, though, a name for this lease. When completed, we go to the Lease Data tab. We're going to select the item we want to work with, fill in the appropriate information, click on the Update button, review the items in the description titles, and then see the overall impact upon this property in the snapshot. So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and put in $2 a square foot per month, and clicking on the Update button, we'll see the numbers down there, $24,000. I can put in an escalation factor, and if I want to, I can click on the Set button to go ahead and apply it, remembering always to click on Update whenever we make any changes. You have the ability to put in free months. Clicking on the box with the 3 dots tells us how to structure this. The quick help, left click, tells us we're going to have in month 1 for 1 month, and I want to not extend the term. The default is to extend the term, so I take the check mark out, and clicking on the Update button once again, we can see the 1 free month applied. The snapshot gives us an overall view of the entire analysis to date. Going to the CAM charges, I'm going to put in a 35-cent per square foot, and in order to put in cents, you need to type in 0 dot and then the 35. So you got to type the 0 and then the period and the 35. So we have 35 cents a square foot per month. Clicking on Update, it populates down there. No, it did not populate. We need to set the recoveries. Very important. On a triple net that we're working on here, we need to set the recoveries to NNN, and then click on Update, and there it is. All of these items in the select item are all dynamic, so I can change them to whatever I wish. So let's go ahead and make a change here. Other monthly fees, I'm going to change this to an internet expense. Say, for instance, for this tenant. So we're going to define the expense as, this would be a fee, $75 a month. The different categories are grouped, the different items are grouped in categories, and they have a specific field. So let's take a look at, say, the improvements, a different category, and we can see here we have the amount that we're going to put in, and then also an allowance, which by definition would be paid for by the landlord. So I'm going to put in, say, 50%. So put in 50%, and then we can click on Update and see how this reflects down below. And we have there the $2,500 on day 0. I can finance this out. I'll finance 100%, 24 months at 5%, and then clicking once again on Update will display the relevant information down below. If I had any questions on any of the numbers, I can just go up to Services, Monthly Analyzer, and pull out a complete cash flow for this lease. From the dialog box that pops up, I'm going to expand it so I can go and see out the full term of the lease. Starting, we can see at month 0, and then across the top running all the different months. And scrolling all the way out, we can see the full 36 months for this lease and all the charges listed. I can export this to Excel if I wish, and when done, simply click on Close. Going over to the Summary tab, this is where we would see a side-by-side comparison of up to 5 separate leases, listing all the key points. In addition, from the chart selection, we can see the total rent at a little over $90,000 there, and we could pull up a number of different parameters. Here the present value is listed also at $90,000. The reason they're both the same is, if you remember, we did not put in a discount rate, so we could go to Analysis, Global Values, and enter in a discount rate if we so chose to. Or we could change this other information. From the Presentation tab, we're going to build the package to present to our clients. The boxes with the three dots gives us the ability to upload more information, and here we're going to browse our hard drive, upload a photo, and when successful it will appear in this box. It must be a JPEG format. We simply then place check marks in those reports that we want to include and click on Preview.